before she became the most streamed woman on earth, before entire stadiums screamed her lyrics back to her. She was just a girl from Pennsylvania who refused to let the world silence her. Today, we're going deeper than ever into the real story of Taylor Swift, her struggles, her triumphs, her reinventions, and the moments that shaped her into the icon she is today. Chapter 1, The Beginning, A Girl in a House Full of Christmas Trees. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. Her childhood wasn't glamorous. She lived on a Christmas tree farm, surrounded by pine needles, the smell of fresh wood, and a world that seemed too small for the imagination she carried. She wasn't the loudest kid. She wasn't the funniest. But she saw things differently. She watched people. She listened to conversations adults didn't know she understood. She wrote everything down: thoughts, feelings, fears, questions. Her grandmother Marjorie was an opera singer. Taylor didn't inherit the operatic voice, but she inherited something more powerful: the desire to be heard. When she was only 10, she performed at local fairs and karaoke contests. Her voice wasn't perfect yet, but her confidence, that was different. People noticed her presence before they noticed her pitch. Chapter 2, The First Rejection, Nashville at age 11. At just 11 years old, Taylor took a demo CD to Nashville, the heart of country music. She walked into every label she could find, every single one. And they all rejected her, not because she lacked talent, but because she was a child, too young, too unpolished. Most kids would have cried and quit. Taylor went home and trained. Around this time, a computer repairman came to their house. He showed her 3 simple guitar chords. Those 3 chords changed pop culture forever. Taylor practiced until her fingers hurt. She filled notebook after notebook with lyrics. She wasn't waiting for approval anymore. She was preparing for destiny. Chapter 3, The Big Move, Leaving Everything Behind. Taylor's parents saw something unusual in their daughter: a fire, a clarity, a maturity that didn't belong to a child. So they did something not every parent would do. They moved the entire family to Tennessee, closer to Nashville, so Taylor could chase her career. At 14, she signed with Sony at TV Publishing, their youngest ever signing. Imagine that, while her classmates were worrying about homework. Taylor was sitting in songwriting meetings with adults, but being signed didn't mean being famous. She was still just a girl writing songs and hoping someone would listen. Chapter 4, The Debut, a 16-year-old with a guitar and a dream. Her debut album, Taylor Swift, came out when she was 16. She wrote or co-wrote every song, something most teenagers don't do. Tim McGraw, Our Song, Teardrops on My Guitar. These weren't just songs, they were diary entries she had turned into music, and millions related to them. But there was another side to her. She was strategic, focused, a hard worker. People underestimated her because she was polite and blonde and young. They had no idea how smart she truly was. Chapter 5, Fearless, the album that changed everything. Fearless turned Taylor from promising young singer into a superstar. It had hits everywhere: radio, YouTube, award shows. And then she won Grammy for Album of the Year, the youngest artist to ever win it. But the fame came with shadows. Chapter 6, The VMA Incident, the moment that shook the world. 2009, Taylor wins Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. She steps on stage, shocked, smiling, and then Kanye West interrupts her. This wasn't just a meme or a moment. It was a public humiliation of a teenage girl. Her hands shook. Her smile faded. She didn't know where to look. This moment split culture into 2 sides. People defended her. Others mocked her. But Taylor? She learned something huge. Spotlight brings critics, and she would face worse. Chapter 7 read, Love, Heartbreak, and the Pain of Growing Up. Red wasn't just an album, it was a transition. It was the sound of a young woman figuring herself out. Messy relationships, unexpected fame, loneliness. Songs like All Too Well weren't exaggerated. They were therapy on paper. Critics didn't know what to call the album. Country? Pop? Both? Taylor was outgrowing the box Nashville wanted to keep her in. Chapter 8-1989. Reinvention and victory. Taylor cut her hair, moved to New York, and announced to the world, "I'm officially a pop artist." No one had done that before. No one had left country at their peak and succeeded in pop, but Taylor did. 1989 gave us Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Out of the Woods. It was fun, sharp, modern, brilliant. She won Album of the Year again. Only a few artists in history have ever done that. Chapter 9. The Snake Era. Cancellation, rumors, and silence. But success brings enemies. Drama with Katy Perry. Drama with Kanye. Toxic media. Online hate mobs. People called her fake, manipulative, a snake. And Taylor disappeared completely. No interviews, no paparazzi, no online posts. The world thought she was gone. But she wasn't gone. She was building something darker. Chapter 10. Reputation. The rebirth of a warrior. In 2017, Taylor returned with a new symbol, a snake. Instead of hiding from the hate, she turned it into her brand. Reputation was bold, massive, cinematic. Her stadium tour broke records. Taylor proved she didn't need approval, only purpose. Chapter 11. Lover and the Soft Era. After the storm came calm. Lover was pastel, romantic, warm. It showed another side of her. Not the fighter, not the victim, but the woman who had found peace in chaos. Chapter 12. Folklore and Evermore. The Righteous Peak. During the pandemic, Taylor did what no one expected. She released 2 indie folk albums in 5 months. No publicity, no drama, just pure storytelling. August. Cardigan. Willow. She returned to her roots, writing stories of other people, of quiet lives, of imaginations she had carried since childhood. Another album of the year, a third one, an almost impossible achievement. Chapter 1-3. The Eras Tour, the peak of a legend. Taylor launched the biggest tour in human history. Cities shut down. Hotels sold out months in advance. Fans flew from every continent. The economy of entire countries changed because of her concerts. People weren't just seeing a show, they were seeing 17 years of evolution packed into one night. Taylor Swift had become more than a musician. She was a cultural force. Chapter 14. The Billionaire Who Didn't Sell Out. In 2023, she was named a billionaire. Not because of inheritance, not because of luck, but because she owned her work, her brand, her mind. Reputation. Success. Pain. Joy. Everything. She built it herself. Chapter 1-5. The Legacy Still Being Written. Taylor Swift isn't done. She isn't slowing down. She isn't fading. She is evolving constantly. Every era is a new version of her. Every album is a new world. And her story, still growing, still unfolding, still redefining what a woman in music can be. If you stayed until the end, you just traveled through every era of Taylor Swift's life, the pain, the glory, the reinvention, the rise. And trust me, even bigger stories are coming to this channel. So subscribe and comment who you want next, because another legendary life story is already on the way.